Anglers Extra.
Back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. We're at Lowell Park for the first time this year. Weird schedule, Coach. I know you like this ballpark.
Let's just leave it alone. I like this ballpark. I really like this ballpark. It's a great ballpark. There's a lot of tradition and history to this ballpark. Schedule, move on. Next question.
No, not talking about the schedule, just the fact that we're at Lowell Park so late.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
So this is the third time playing Katuitt this year, coming off a couple of losses, but the last game it seemed to me like it was more you guys just ran into some really good pitching than anything else that you guys did.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was going to say. What was his name? The big left, Boyd. Oh, my God. That was impressive. That might have been the best pitching performance I've seen all year long. He was unbelievable. He hit his spots with all four of his pitches, and he had exceptional velocity. He was probably, I'm going to guess, 93 to 95 miles an hour with his best fastballs, but he threw like three varieties of fastballs, hard, harder, and hardest, and, but he backed it up with some outstanding changeups, and he pitched well. I mean, he pitched as well as having great velocity. That was, I don't think anybody's going to hit him last night. Even the Yankees might have had trouble. So that was a great performance, and I give our kids credit. We hung in there, and then we started leaking a little bit of oil, and with those arms, you can't do that.
As a manager who's been in this position probably before, what do you tell your team to make sure that they don't get down on themselves after a performance like that by the other team?
Well, I don't think they do. I mean, I think they get it. That was an exceptional performance, and they knew that, and they weren't laughing about it, but they were like, "Oh, wow!" That was impressive, and that's exactly what they were saying. And they were talking about what they might try to do the next at bat. How are they going to make an adjustment, or maybe cheat to a pitch? Like, okay, he threw me this pitch in this situation. If that same situation comes, maybe I'll cheat to that pitch, and they're in the game. It just sometimes that happens. You run into a buzzsaw.
Actually, the first time you guys played Katuitt, the pitcher who's starting tonight struck out 9, and so that's kind of a similar situation as what happened last game. What are the types of changes in approach that you like to see during games from hitters?
Well, they've talked to Pat, and Pat knows who's pitching. Pat knows what they did last time. So, now it's a matter of can we learn from how he threw last time, and can we build on that? Can we look for different pitches? Can we, make ourselves, don't get ourselves out as much as they did the last time, and attack him instead of letting him attack us.
The All-Stars, they're not announced yet. We can't talk about who they are, but it's a very special experience, and you, for however many years, have been involved in deciding the All-Stars. What kind of experience do you expect what have you told the guys who are All-Stars about the experience of being a Cape League All-Star?
I haven't told them yet either, because, of course, we're all under, lock and key here. We were told after the meeting that it was going to be immediately announced after our meeting, and now it's 5 o'clock, but I think it's leaked. But when I talk to them, I won't have to say much. The guys are going to be thrilled to death because you are the best of the best. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. It's Top Gun, and it's pretty exciting, and I'm pretty happy for the guys. Wish more guys could have, to have that experience, but it's something they will carry with them the rest of their lives.
You talk a lot about how this league is the premier talent collegiately in the country, and not just you, a lot of people. So what does it mean to be an all-star in this league that's already a league full of all-stars?
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. You are the best of the best, and it is arguably the best summer league in the country. So you've been just chosen as an all-star in the best summer league in the country, and you can't beat that. You really can't beat that. I was fortunate enough way back in 1976 to be an alternate, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm sure these guys are going to be thrilled to death.
We're listening to an interview a few years ago where Brian Clark talked with you about the All-Stars, and there was a joking discussion at the end about Pat McGee maybe getting involved as a third base coach. Any work on that front?
Well, no, they want the skippers there, and, I'd be afraid to unleash McGee on the All-Stars anyway. It's, our guys are just figuring him out, and I think he would just baffle the minds of they'd be walking away shaking their head having discussions with Pat. So, but he could be an All-Star third base coach. There's no question, because he continues to tell me he is. So.
We'll try to get McGee in one of these years, Coach.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Thanks a lot for the time, and good luck in tonight's game, the third time you play the Kettleers.
Thank you very much, Brandon.
That'll do it for the Managers Show. Continue on the Anglers Extra pregame show. We send it back to Chris Fitzgerald.